first batch in. Welcome to the stream. My name's Steve. I'm gonna bake some bagels today. Montreal style bagels. Yes, I'm baking bagels. Here I'm just getting the seeds for baking our bagels. We have all our seeds underneath in bins, underneath the wet table. Welcome to the stream. My name's Steve. I'm making bagels. I work at Rosemary Rock Salt. We're located, I'm baking at our commercial store. It's located on Commercial Drive. Commercial in Kitchener, to be exact. 1350 Commercial. Yesterday I was baking at our Ironwood location. It's located in Richmond. It's our newest store. It's a really nice store. It's the first time I've baked there. I really enjoyed myself. However, the drive, it's about a half an hour drive away from where I live. So, whereas this location is less than 10 minutes away from where I live. So I'm just waiting for my first batch to cook. I'm going to put them on the boards. happy Labor Day to all who are celebrating Labor Day today, if that's a thing. It's 5 o'clock, 5 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I started my shift at 4. I was up at 3:30. Yeah, I've been doing this for a while. Nice play of words. Early bird. My last shift of a 5-day week. As long as nobody calls in sick tomorrow, I should have a day off, and I'm looking forward to it. Although I need to, those in the pot, those are bagels, boiling water. It also has a bit of honey in there. It's honey water. Yeah. Yes, I boil the bagels first. So just making sure that they're cooked all the way through. Don't want to have any frozen dough. We start our bagels from frozen condition, so they make sure that they're completely cooked. Yes, with the most of our bagels have sugar added. We do make we make a rainbow bagel that doesn't have any sugar. Ironically, I don't know why it doesn't have sugar in it. But a rainbow bagel has no sugar, and we're working on making like a energy bagel that would not have any kind of artificial sweetener in it. It'll be sweetened with dates and raisins. So that's a work in progress. We don't actually have that bagel available. Major difference between our bagels and bread, for example, is that our bagels contain egg, which makes them high in protein. They do contain sugar, so but they're pretty high in protein. I think they have about 10 grams of protein per bagel. So. forearms are stiff. I need to stretch a bit. Welcome to the stream. My name's Steve, or Steven, whatever you. I have no preference. Legally, it's Steven, I guess. Let's do a survey. Who thinks we need new hats? New baker's hats. I think I can bring that up at our next meeting. I want new hats. I'm not a big fan of this style. This hat is particularly low quality. Not too happy about it. Oh, excuse me. It's my last day of my sorry. It's the last day of a 5-day shift. I get a couple days off starting tomorrow. It'll be good. Gonna recite some poetry. I swear I'm working on other poems. I know I've repeated the same poems over and over again, but I'm working on memorizing a few new ones. Takes me about a month to memorize a long poem. So I'm working on one right now. The hymn to Proserpina. Hymn to Proserpina. It's the name of the poem I'm working on. So this is the. I'm so tired this morning. Gotta wake myself up. This is Pied Piper of Hamelin by Robert Browning. Hamelin towns in Brunswick, by famous Hanover city. The river Weser, deep and wide, washes its wall on the southern side. A pleasanter spot you never spied. But when begins my ditty, almost 500 years ago, to see the townsfolk suffer so, from vermin was a pity. Rats, they fought the dogs and killed the cats and bit the babies in the cradles and ate the cheeses from the vats and licked the soup from the cook's own ladles, split open the kegs of salted frat, made nests in the men's Sunday hats, and even spoiled the women's chats by drowning out their speaking with shrieking and squeaking in 50 different sharps and flats. At last the people in a body to the town hall came flocking. "'Tis clear," cried they, "our mayor is a naughty, and as for our corporation, shocking, to think we buy gowns lined with ermine, for dolts who can't or won't determine what's best to rid us of our vermin. You hope because you're old and obese to find in the furry civic robes ease. Rouse up, sirs, give your brains a racking, to find the remedy we are lacking, or sure as fate will send you packing." At this the mayor and corporation quaked with a mighty consternation. An hour they sat in council. At length the mayor broke silence. "For I killed her, I my ermine gown sell. I wish I were a mile hence. It's easy to bid one rack one's brain. I'm sure my poor head aches again. I scratch it so, but all in vain. Oh, for a trap, a trap, a trap." Just he said this once should happen. Between the door but a gentle tap. "Bless us," cried the mayor, "what's that?" With the corporation as he sat, looking little to wondrous fact. Nor brighter were his eyes, nor moister, in a too long open oyster, save when he knew his country or played turf meaning bleakness. Only a spit of his shoes on a mat. Anything like the sound of a rat makes my heart go pit-a-pat. "Come in," cried the mayor, looking bigger, and in did come the strangest figure. His long queer coat from heel to head was half yellow and half red. And he himself was tall and thin, with sharp blue eyes, each like a pin, and light loose hair and swarthy skin, nor tuft of hair on cheek, nor beard on chin, but lips where smile went out and in. There was no guessing his kith or kin, and nobody could enough admire this tall man in his quaint attire. Quoth one, "It's as my great-grandsire, starting up at the trump of doom's tone, had walked this way from his painted tombstone." He advanced towards the council table, and "Please, your honor," said he, "I am able, by my means of secret charm to draw all the creatures living beneath the sun, the crawl or swim or fly or run, after me so as you never saw. And I chiefly use my charm on creatures that do equal harm, the mole and toad and newt and viper, and people call me the Pied Piper." And here they noticed round his neck a scarf of red and yellow stripes to match with his coat of self-same check, and at scarf's end hung a pipe. And his fingers, they noticed, were ever straying, as if impatient to be playing upon this pipe, as low it dangled over his vesture so old-fangled. "Yes," said he, "Pied Piper as I am, in Tartary I fred the cam, last June from his huge swarms of gnats. I ease in Asia the Nizam of a monstrous brood of vampire bats. And as for what your brain bewilders, if I rid your town of rats, will you give me 1,000 guilders?" 150,000 was the exclamation of an astonished mayor and corporation. Into the street the piper stepped, smiling first a little smile, as if he knew what magic slept in his quiet pipe a while. Like musical adept to blow his pipe, his lips he wrinkled, and green and blue his sharp eyes twinkled, like a candle flame where salt is sprinkled. And ere 3 shrill notes the pipe uttered, you heard as if an army muttered, and muttering grew to a grumbling, and grumbling grew to a mighty rumbling. And out of the houses came the rats tumbling, great rats, small rats, lean rats, brawny rats, brown rats, black rats, gray rats, tawny rats, grave old plotters, gay young fiskers, fathers, mothers, uncles, cousins, cocking tails and pricking whiskers, families by tens and dozens, brothers, sisters, husbands, wives, followed the Pied Piper for their lives. From street to street he piped advancing, and step for step they followed dancing, until they came to the river Weser, wherein all plunged and perished, save one who stout as Julius Caesar, swam across and lived to carry, as he the manuscript he cherished, to Ratland home his commentary. Which was, at first shrill notes of the pipe, I heard a sound of the scraping tripe, and putting apples wondrous ripe into the cider presses gripe, and moving away of pickled up boards, and leaving a jar of conserve cupboards, and drawing the corks of train all flasks, and breaking lips of butter casks. And it seemed as if a voice sweeter far than by Harper by Solary's breathe, called out, oh, rats, rejoice, the world has grown to a vast dry saltery. So munch on, crunch on, take your lunch on, breakfast, supper, dinner, lunch on, and just a bulky sugar punch on, already staved like a great sun shone, gracious scarce an inch before me, just as me thought it said come for me, I found the Weser rolling over me. You should have heard the Hamlin people ring the bells, they rock the steeple. Go, cried the mayor, get long poles, poke out the nest and block up the holes. We saw the carpenters and builders, and leaving our town not even a trace of the rats. When suddenly up the face of the piper perked in the marketplace. The first, if you please, my 1,000 guilders. 1,000 guilders. The mayor looked blue, so did the corporation too. For council dinners made rare havoc with clear egg will sell, bidding the grog off. Half the money would replenish, and sell as big as bud of Rhenish. To pay the sum to a wondering fellow, with gypsy coat of red and yellow. Besides, quoth the mayor with a knowing wink, our business is done at the river's brink. We saw with our eyes a billion sink. Once dead can't come to life, I think. So, friends, we're not folks to shrink from our duty of giving you something to drink, and a matter of money to put in the poke. But as for the guilders, what we spoke of them, as you well know, was in joke. Besides, their losses have made us thrifty. 1,000 guilders, come, take 50. The piper's face fell, and he cried, no trifling, I can't wait beside. I promised visit by dinner time Baghdad, and accept the prime of the head cook's potage. All he's rich in, having left in the Caleb's kitchen, of a nest of scorpions, no survivor. If you might prove no bargain driver, if you don't think I'll bait a stiver, folks who put me in a passion, may find me pipe after another fashion. How, cried the mayor, do you think I brook, being worse treated than a cook, insulted by a rival, with idle pipe and vesture piebald? Threaten us, fellow, do your worst, blow your pipe there till you burst. Once more he stepped into the street, and to his lips again laid his long pipe with smooth straight cane, and ere he blew 3 notes, such sweet soft notes as yet musicians cutting never gave the enraptured air. There was a rustling that seemed like a bustling of merry crowds justling and pitching and hustling. Small feet were pattering, wooden shoes clattering, little hands clapping, and little tongues chattering, and like foals in a farmyard with barley a scattering, out came the children running, all the little boys and girls, with rosy cheeks and flax and curls, and sparkling eyes and teeth like pearls, tripping and skipping ran merrily after. The wonderful music was shouting and laughter. The mayor was dumb, and the council stood as if they're changed with blocks of wood, unable to move a step or cry, to the children merrily skipping by. Could only follow with an eye that joyous crowd at the piper's back, and how the mayor was on the rack, and the wretched council's bosoms beat, as the piper turned from the high street, to where the Weser rolled its waters, right in the way of their sons and daughters. How he returned from south to west, and to Culpeper Hill his steps addressed, and after him the children pressed, great was the joy in every breast. He never crossed the mighty top, he's forced to let the country drop, and we shall see our children stop. When lo, they reached the mountainside, a wondrous portal opened wide, as if a cavern was suddenly hollowed. The piper advanced, and the children followed. When all were in to the very last, the door in the mountainside shut fast. did I say all? No, one was lame and could not dance all the way. In after years, if you'd blame his sadness, he was used to say, this dull in our town since my playmates left, I can't forget that I'm bereft of all the pleasant sights I see, which the piper also promised me. For he led us, he said, to enjoy his land, joining the town in just at hand, where waters gushed and fruit trees grew, and flowers went forth fair and sweet, and everything was strange and new. The sparrow is buried a peacock here, and her dogs outran our fellow deer, and honeybees had lost their stings, and horses were born with eagle's wings. And just as I became assured, my lame foot be speedily cured, the music stopped, and I stood still, and found myself outside the hill, left behind against my will, to go now limping as before, and never hear of that country more. Alas, alas, for Hamelin, there came into many a burgher's pate a text which says that heaven's gate opes to the rich at his easy rate, as an eel's eye takes a camel in. The mayor said east, west, north, and south, to offer the piper by word of mouth, wherever was men's lot to find him, silver and gold to his heart's content, if only he'd return the way he went, and bring the children behind him. But when they saw 'twas lost endeavor, and piper and dancers were gone forever, they made a decree that lawyers never should think their records dated duly, if after the day of the month and year, these words do not as well appear. And so long after what happened here, on the 22nd of July, 1376, the better memories place of the children's last retreat, they called it the Piper's Street, where anyone playing pipe or tabor was short for his future lose his labor, nor suffered they hospital or tavern, shocked of course the street so solemn. And opposite the place of the cavern, they wrote the story on a column, and on great church window painted, it seemed to make the world acquainted, how their children were stolen away, and there it stands this very day. And I must not admit to say, that in Transylvania there's a tribe of alien people who ascribe the way and dress of which their neighbors lay such stress, to their fathers and mothers having risen out of some subterranean prison, into which they were Japan, a long time ago in a mighty band, out of Hamlin towns in Brunswick land, but how or why they don't understand. So, Lily, let me and you be wipers of scores out with all men, especially pipers. And if they should pipe us free from rats or from mice, if we promise them aught, let us keep our promise. Oh, sorry I missed your comments on while I was doing that. I find it hard to read and recite at the same time. No, they're bagels, sausages. It'd be funny if they were sausages. Sausage. Alright, thank you. Oh, hey, I got a super heart. Wow. I don't think I've ever got a super heart. Thank you. I don't even know what a super dark heart does. Thank you. No, these are bagels. It's called, the company is called Rosemary Rock Salt. We're located in Vancouver. Actually, we have several locations. We have two on the North Shore in North Vancouver, and we have two in Vancouver, and we have one in Richmond, and we're opening another one in Surrey. I think probably late October we're going to open another store. So yeah, we make Montreal style bagels here. We boil them first. So I'm boiling the bagels here in honey water. Then we put them on mahogany boards, and they go in the oven. And our oven is the gas fire oven. Traditionally, they're baked in a wood fire oven, but we do you ship? No, the other stores they bake them on site. We just don't make the bagels on site. No, this is the only location we make the bagels at. So we make the bagels and we box them up, ship them out, and then they're baked on site. Baked fresh on site. Baked fresh daily. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry. I'm a sleepyhead today. I don't know what to expect today. Today is a holiday. Today's Labor Day. Happy Labor Day to everybody who's watching. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoy your day off, if you have a day off. I'm getting paid time and a half today. That makes me happy. Here's another poem. This one's Robert Browning, and it's Child Rolling to a Dark Tower Came. My first thought was he lied in every word, that hoary cripple with malicious eye, askance to watch the working of his lie on mine, and while scarce able to afford suppression of greed, a person scored his edge at one more victim gained thereby. What else should he be set for with his staff? What saved the waylay with his lies and snare? All travelers might find him posted there, and ask the road. I guess what skull like laugh like grape, what crutch can write my epitaph for pastime in the dusty thoroughfare. If at his counsel I should turn aside to the ominous track which old Cree hides the dark tower, yet acquiescingly I turn as appointed, neither pride nor hope rekindling at the end descried, so much as gladness some end might be. For what with my whole world wide wondering, what with my search drawn out through years, my hope dwindled into a ghost not fit to cope with that obstreperous joy success would bring. I hardly tried now to rebuke the spring my heart made finding failure in its coast. As a sick man very near to death seems dead indeed, and feels begin and end the tears, and takes the farewell of each friend, and hears one bid the other go, draw breath freely outside. Since all is over, he saith, the blow fallen no grieving can amend. While some discusseth near other graves be room enough for this, and when a day is suits best for carrying the corpse away, with caribou banners, scarfs, and staves, and still the man hears all and only craves, he may not shame such tender love and stay. Thus I had for so long suffered in this quest, heard failure prophesied so often and writ, so many times among the band to wit. The knights who true dark towers search address their steps, but just to fail as they seem best, and all doubt is now should I be fit. So quiet as despair I turned from him, that hateful cripple, out of his highway into the path he pointed. All the day had been a dreary one at best, and dim was settling into its close. It had shot one grim red deer to see the plain catch its astray. For mark, no sooner was I fairly found, pledged to the plain after a pace or two, and pausing to back with a last view, over the safe road 'twas gone, grey plain all round, nothing but plain to the horizons down. I must go on, naught else remained to do. So on I went. I think I never saw such starved, ignoble nature. Nothing throve, and flowers as well expect a cedar grove, but chortle and spurge according to their law, might propagate their kind with none to awe. You think a burr had been a treasure trove? No penry or dirt in a single mace, in some strange sort were the land's portion. See or close your eyes, said Beecher peevishly. If nothing's killed, I can't help my case. 'Tis last judgment's fire must cure this place, calcine its clogs and set my prisoners free. If there pushed any ragged thistle stalk above its mate's head was chopped, the banks were jealous else. What made the holes and rents in the dock's harsh shores leave, bruised as to balk all hope of greenness? 'Tis a brute must walk, passing their life over brutes and tents. As to the grass, it grew as scarce as hair and nothing to be. Thin, dry blades pricked the mud, which underneath was beaded up with blood. One stiff blind horse, his every bone stared, stood stupefied however he came there, thrust out past surface to the devil's stud. Alive, he might be dead for aught I know, with red gaunt and calloped neck astraying, and shut eyes beneath rusty name. Seldom went such grotesques with such woe. I never saw a brute I hated so. He must have been weak and deserve such pain. I shut my eyes and turned them on my heart. As a man calls for wine before he fights, I asked one draft of earlier happier sight. Here fitly I can hope to play the part. Think first, fight afterwards, the soldier's art. One taste of old times, that's all to rights. Not it. I fancied Cuthbert's dreadful face beneath its garniture of curly gold. Dear fellow, till I almost felt him fold. An arm and mind fixed me to that place. That way he used, alas, one night's disgrace. How at my heart's new fire and left it cold. Giles, then, the soul of honor, there he stands, frank as 10 years ago when knighted first. An honest man should dare, he said he durst. Good, but the scene shifts. Follow what hangman's hand pinned to his breast a parchment. His own band reads it. Poor traitor spit upon and cursed. Better this present than a past like that. Back therefore to my darkening path. No sound, no sight as far as the eye can strain. Will the night send a howl or a badass? When something on the dismal flat came to arrest my thoughts and change their train. A sudden little river crossed my path, as unexpected as a serpent came. No tides congenial to the glooms. This as if frostbite might have been a bath for the fiends blowing cheap to see the wrath of its black eddies be spat with flakes and spoons. So petty yet so spiteful, all along low scrubby alders kneeled over it, drenched willows flung them headlong, in a fit of rout despair, a suicidal throng. The river which had done them all the wrong, whatever that was, rolled by, deterred no whit. Which while I forded, good saints, how I feared to set my foot upon a dead man's cheek. Each step or field a spear I thrust to seek, for hollows tangled in his hair or beard, and may have been a water rat I speared, but ugh, it sounded like a baby's shriek. Glad was I to reach other bank, now for a better country, vain presage. Who were the strugglers? What war did they wage? Whose savage trampled with us, pat the dank soil to a flash? Toads in a poisoned tank, or wild cats in a red-hot cage. The fight must so have seemed in that foul search. What pens them there with all the plain to choose? No footstep leading to that word news. None of the mad brutes set to work their brains they felt like galley slaves in church, fit for his pastime Christians against Jews. And more than that, a furlong on, why there, what bad use was that engine for, that wheel, what brake not wheel, that arrow fit to reel men's bodies out like silk, with all the air of a confident tool, on earth that unaware of thought to sharpen its rusty teeth of steel. Then came some stuff ground, once a wood, next a marsh would seem, now mere earth, desperate and done with, so the fool finds mirth, makes a thing and mars it, and off he goes within a rude bog, clay, marsh, sand, and stark black dirt. Now blotched with rankling color, gay and grim, now patches where some leanness of the soil is broken to moss or substances like boils. Then came a palsied oak, a cleft in him, a distorted mouth that splits its rim, gaping at death and dies while it recoils. As far as ever from the end, not in the distance, but the evening not, point my footsteps further at the thought, great black bird, Apollyon's woodland friend, sailed past where beat his wide wings dragon pen, that brushed my cap, perchance the guide I sought. For looking up aware I somehow grew, the plain had given place all round the mountains with such names to grace mere heights and heat, now stolen in view. How thus they surprised me solving you, how to get from there was no clear case. Yet half I seemed to recognize some trick of mischief had happened to me, God knows when, in a bad dream perhaps. Here ended then progress this way, when in the very nick of giving up one more time came a click, as when the trap shuts you're in the den. Burningly it came upon me all at once. This was the place. Those two hills crouched like two bulls, locked horn and fight, while to the left a tall scalp mountain, done God and dozing at the very nuts after a lifetime of training for the sight. What in the midst lay but the tower itself, the tall, the round squat turret, built of brown stone without a counterpart in the whole world. The tempest mocking elf points to the shipman thus the unseen shelf he strikes on only when timbers start. Not sea, because of night perhaps, why day came back for that. Behind it left the dying sunset, kindled to a cleft, the hills like two giants in the hunting lay. Chin upon hand to see the game at bay. They'll stab and end the creature to the heft. Not here, when noise was everywhere it told, increasing like a bell, names in my ears, of lost adventurers my peers, how such was strong and such was bold, and such was fortunate yet each of old, lost one moment now the woe of years. There they stood, ranged along the hillside met, to view the last of me, a living frame, for one more picture in a sheet of flame. I saw them and knew them all, and yet, dauntless, a slughorn to my lips I sat and blew, child Roland to a dark tower came. That was Robert Browning's Child Roland to a Dark Tower Came. On Radio Rock Salt. I'm your DJ Poet. DJ Baker Steve. So we got one batch in the crate, we got 3 in the oven, and we got 1 in the pot. That's what's going on today. This is the part of the stream where I just whistle discordantly for half an hour. Almost tunefully, not very melodically. What are the other stores? Where are they? There's a store in Richmond. It's in the Ironwood Mall. We have two. There's one on Main Street. There's one on Commercial. And then there's two on the North Shore. There's one on Lonsdale 18th, and the other one's in Park and Tilford Mall. And we're opening, in Canada, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We're also opening a store in Surrey in October. Hopefully, as long as everything goes as planned. Oh yeah. Bagels require busy people to make them. Oh no, I gotta hurry. That's why I only call. need new boards. Oh, thank you. Sometimes I'm clever. Not very often, though. My nickname was Clever Steve in university. Clever Steve. Ow, ow, ow. It's hot. It seriously was my nickname. Clever Steve. Fuck. Amongst a small group of friends, called me that. It wasn't like public knowledge or anything. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, these are so hot. Okay. But they need to be reshaped, so. Oh, thank you. I think that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'm taking 2 days off starting tomorrow, and go see the dentist in the morning. Tomorrow morning. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll be back next week. It's almost 6 o'clock here. And I bake. Yeah, it's morning. Oh, get your racism off here, dude. That's really gross. Yeah, you're a really disgusting human being. Go away. Thanks for watching. That's my cue to leave when trolls come out. Twitter trolls. I usually go to bed around 7, 8 or 9. I don't need a lot of sleep. I get about 6 or 7 hours sleep, so. Today I work 4 to 12:30 today. Alright, yeah. Oh, thanks for the superstar, whoever gave me a superstar, super heart, whatever. Thank you. I'm grateful for that. Thank you. Appreciate that. First super heart I've ever received, so thank you. Yeah. If you're in Vancouver, come and get a bagel. We open at 7 o'clock. We're open until 7 o'clock in the evening. We bake them fresh. If we had more employees, we'd have another baker baking them in the afternoon, but we don't have enough employees to do that, so just me today. Actually, maybe we do have a second baker today. Oh, that'd be nice. I haven't checked the schedule, so. Yeah. Come on down, get a Labor Day bagel here at Rosemary Rock Salt. Yeah, we have Labor Day today. Yeah, it's Labor Day, yeah. I think we call it Labor Day. We are a nation of laborers. We were built by laborers, settled by laborers, colonized by laborers. Yeah, I'm getting paid time and a half today. That makes me happy. I want to buy a new Apple Watch. That's what I'm going to buy with my hard-earned money. Such a weirdo, eh? I've been wanting to buy an Apple Watch for a while, but I think this is the year I'm going to buy one. I like technology. But I'm not an early adopter. I don't do that kind of shit. I like getting things on sale if I can. Clearance. Double pay. No, I don't think we. I think it's time and a half. The only day I've ever gotten paid double pay on is Christmas Day. Yes, we are open on Christmas Day. It's not the happiest day for being open. Sorry, my words are failing me right now. We were open on Christmas Day last year and the year before, and I got paid double pay for. I wasn't here on. I didn't work this Christmas or last week. I worked Christmas before last. Oh, it's time for some new boards. These are getting old. Hey, welcome to the stream. My name's Steve. I was gonna shut the stream down, but I don't know, now I have like 9 people watching me now, so I am just baking bagels. Poetry hour is over. Poetry half an hour. It's not really a whole hour of poetry, but I'll leave it streaming for a little bit while longer. I need some bagels in. These are our rainbow bagels. Rainbow bagels. A field of rainbow bagels. No, we don't. We make bagels here. Right next door, there's a place called Famoso Pizza. They make pizza over there. I think they use the same kind of oven too. So I feel like eating pizza today. I should go over there and get a pizza. No, we don't make pizza. We make bagels. I like Famoso Pizza. I'm gonna go get one today, I think. It's 377 degrees Fahrenheit, but that's just sort of an average of the whole oven. It's probably closer to about 400 degrees at the back and about 375 at the front, maybe. I don't know. It's a wood stone. I think you can see the name right here. Oh no, maybe not. It says Woodstone right here. They're made down in Bellingham, Washington. They have a factory down in Bellingham, Washington. It's called Woodstone. Their website it's Woodstone Corp. Woodstone-corp.com. Woodstone. What kind of pizza are you getting? It's a gas-fired oven. Traditionally, Montreal-style bagels are made in a wood-fire oven, but wood-fire ovens are the smoke is quite polluting, and I know the wood-fire ovens in Montreal. They get the neighbors complain a lot because of the smoke. So. No. This dough contains egg, and pizza dough would not have egg in it. These bagels have egg, and so that's making it quite different. Pizza dough. Two bagels. Mostly, we haven't. We're a little bit understaffed right now, so we're working on. We have an almost gluten-free bagel. Our rainbow bagels are mostly vegan, but they're boiled in honey water. But they're the one exception. They're the only bagel that doesn't have egg in them. All of our other bagels have egg. But we're making a whole wheat bagel that didn't have it. Eventually we will bring that back, but we're just right now we're just a little bit understaffed, so it's hard to do new things when you're understaffed. Yeah, we boiled them. Yeah, this is the pot right here that I'm boiling bagels right now. We are not interested in what you. Okay, why are you watching then? Why are you watching? Why are you watching if you're not interested, dude? Like, I can't help you if you're stupid. I mean, like, duh, I don't know how to think. Oh, whatever you. I'm baking them at 400 degrees. Yeah, no, I need to block them. I will block them. Proper hygiene. Dude, you don't even know. Bye-bye. It's not about being triggered, it's about being a decent human being, right? Yeah. Oh, I got a troll brigade going on here. The troll went out and got his troll friends. Came back. I think you're the one that's triggered. You see somebody, you know, actually doing something meaningful with their lives. And you're jealous. You're just like, oh, all I do is troll people on the internet. That's all I got going for me in my life. All I do is troll people, and you know, I wonder why people don't like me and why I have no friends in real life. It's because I'm a troll. People hate trolls. Oh, you troll. No, it's a fact that you troll. It's a fact. Sorry, you're a troll. I'm stating the facts for you. Reporting my bakery. Okay, go ahead, do it. I'm scared. Yeah, whatever. These are they're bagels. Who wakes up one day and decides to be a troll? You, I guess. That's really sad. I'd rather be a baker than a troll. Definitely rather be a baker than a troll. Yeah. Yeah, you're a troll. They bake for about 20 minutes. Yeah, no, I like artisan bakers too. I wish Twitter would do something about trolls. Like that guy, this guy doesn't deserve to be on here. He's making fun of my living, my livelihood. He's a troll. A silly little ass of a troll. Thank you. Yeah, no, I'm trying to.